Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So inshallah we'll start. We'll be learning ayat number 71 to 74 of Surah AlKahaf. Before I do the translation starting from 71, the background up to this point in the story of Musa alayhi salam and Khidr is that they have met at a junction of two waters, and they have agreed that Musa alayhi salam will travel with him, but he will not ask any questions until Khidr himself explains to him. So with that agreement, they started journeying together, and the ayat starts with A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Fantalaqa, so both of them proceeded, Khidr and Musa alayhi salam, hatta, until a time, idha rakiba, both of them got on a boat, embarked on the boat, fi safinati, on a boat. So what happened? Kharaqaha, so he, Khidr, made a hole in the boat, at the bottom of the boat. Qala, Musa alayhi salam said upon that, akharaqtaha, have you made a hole in this boat? Litughriqa, so you may drown ahlaha, its people. Laqad ji'ta, indeed you have done shay'an imra, something which is very awful, something which is very grave. Upon that, Khidr replied to him, Qala alam aqul, he said, did I not say to you, innaka, that indeed you, lan tastati'a, you will never be able to have ma'aya, with me, sabra, patience. So upon that, Musa alayhi salam replied to him, Qala, he said, Musa alayhi salam said, La tu'akhizni, don't blame me or don't take me to the account, bima nasito, for that I forgot. Wala turhiqni, and do not be hard on me, min amri, in my matter, in my affair, or in this project that I am working with you, usra, with any difficulty. So at that, there is no response from Khidr alayhi salam, but it seemed that he accepted his apology. And then the journey continues. The Quran says in the next ayat, Fantalaqa, so both of them moved, started traveling. Hatta, until, idha laqiya, both of them met, ghulaman, a child. Faqatalahu, so he killed him, the Khidr killed the child. Upon that, Qala, Musa alayhi salam said again, Aqatalta, have you killed, nafsan, a person, a being, zakiyatan, who was pure, which means he had not done, he was innocent, he had not done anything wrong, bighayri nafsin, without that person whom you killed had done anything wrong, like killing another person. Then he further said, Musa alayhi salam further said to Khidr, Laqad ji'ta, you have done shay'an, something, nukra, very horrible thing, very negative thing, very bad thing you have done. So this is the conversation that continues now, and there will be one more incident that will happen after that. So with that translation, we will inshallah go to the beginning and start doing the understanding of the words and vocabulary of these ayats. So the ayat starts with the word fantalaqa. So here the root letters are ta, lam and qaf. And these are the same root letters which are used for talaq, which is like separation. And these are three letters, so they belong to the group of fa'ala. We are going to make another group of word where we add in the beginning. So it becomes in fa'ala. And the example of this is like when we say qalaba and in qalaba, we put it alif and noon in the beginning, it becomes a bigger word. So this becomes in talaqa. In talaqa means to proceed, to walk, to go further. So this is the meaning of these three letters plus in added there, in talaqa. Now if I write down together, because of the sound is in talaqa. In talaqa is the word. In talaqa means to proceed, to go further. Okay, in talaqa. And then name of this group is also the grammar of third person. So the meaning of this word in talaqa by itself with a fataha on the qaf is that he, one person, third person, proceeded or started journeying or travel. Okay, so that is for one person grammar. Proceeded. Now, if I add an alif in the end, it becomes the grammar of two people. So, in talaqa, you have to stretch a little bit, so make sure the sound of alif comes out. So this comes the grammar of two people. So instead of one person, now it became two people proceeded. And two people here is Musa alayhi salam and Khidr. So now they are journeying together, and from the statement, it sounds like that the person who was with Khidr originally, his companion, he is not with them because it says only two people are traveling now. So fa means so or then. So after that conversation had taken place, both of them proceeded, they started walking, they started traveling. Hatta, until what happens, they reached at some point, and the word is rakaba, ra, kaf, and ba. Rakaba means to get on board or to get on a ship, okay, or embark on a journey or on a ship. Rakaba. And in this case, the middle letter carries kasra. So the meaning of ra, ki, ba is he embarked, or he got on, or he got on board. And I do the same thing, put an alif, it becomes the grammar of two. Both of them embarked or got on something. Okay, this is the rakiba, that's the word in the Quran. So they continued walking until they reached probably a place where there was river and there was a boat that was ready to sail. So the both of them got on that boat. So what is the word after that? The word is fissafinati. So this word sin, fa, and noon, one of the meanings is to tear water. Sin, fa, and noon. The object which moves on water and tears it is safina. The full word is safinatun. It's a feminine word, safinatun. So safinatun is an object or is a boat or a small ship which sails on the water. So when you put al, it becomes as-safinatu. Sin will kill the sound of lam because it's a shamsi letter. So it is as-safinatu, al will remove one dhamma, so as-safinatu. Then fi is a harf jar, on or in, and harf jar will change this to safinati. So when you recite, it is fissafinati. Don't pronounce this alif lam. Fissafinati. So pronounce shadda on sin. So they got on the boat. They boarded, both of them on the boat. Then all of a sudden there is only one word, kharaqaha. So let's look at that one. Kha, ra, and qaf. means to take something and make a hole in it or break it. Generally, translators have used the word making a hole. So when you put the three fathahs, it becomes a grammar of third person. He made a hole, kharaqa. Okay. Kharaqa, he made a hole, and ha is a feminine word. It and it is pointing to the boat because boat is a feminine word. Safinatun. So kharaqaha, he made a hole in it, and he is Khidr alayhi salam from the context. So when he did that, all of a sudden Musa alayhi salam spoke. Qala, he said. Here the word qala is pointing to Musa alayhi salam. Musa alayhi salam said thing all of a sudden when he saw Khidr doing that action. What did he say? Again, the root letters are kha, ra, and qaf. Kharaqa, which means to make a hole. When you put a ta at the end, it becomes the grammar of you did. Fa'alta, you did. Kharaqta, you made a hole. You is pointing to now Khidr. Musa alayhi salam is the speaker, and he is saying to Khidr, you made a hole. Then you put a ha, which is pointing to the safina. So the meaning will be, you put a hole in it. And then alif in the beginning is a question mark. So it is saying, akharaqtaha, which is the word in the Quran. Have you made a hole, or did you make a hole? Or it's an element of surprise. Why did you do this thing? Akharaqtaha. So Musa alayhi salam all of a sudden spoke, pointing to Khidr and saying to him that why or have you made a hole in the boat? Now he is further, Musa alayhi salam, using another word, litughriqa. So let's look at that word. The root letters are ghain, ra, and qaf. These are three letters, belong to Bab Fa'ala, and it means something goes in the water and drowns. Gharaq. In Bab Afala, it becomes aghraqa. Aghraqa is the grammar or the root of one person is drowning the other person. Dubna or dubana. So this is the word that we have, the Quran uses. So the way it is, aghraqo, if you take the grammar of second person, it will be tughriqo. So tughriqo is the grammar that comes from this word, and the meaning is that you drown. It's a present tense. So initially the meaning will be, and there's a dhamma at the end. So the meaning of tughriqo only from this is you drown. Okay. Now we will put a lam before that. This lam is called lam-e-ta'leel, and this lam has the meaning of so that. Lam-e-ta'leel does couple things. It brings the meaning of so that, and also changes the last letter dhamma to a fataha in the nasab state. So the word become litughriqa. The meaning will be you may or you might drown. So you are bringing the concept of possibility might. Okay. So the meaning of litughriqa is so you might drown. Have you made a hole in it so that your intent is that you may want to drown the people. In ahlaha, ahlun is the people. Ha means it, which is boat again, or the safina. So let me write down the word. Ahalun is the full word. Ahalun means, we say ahlo ayal, but ahalun is people or the residents. Okay. Ha means it, and it is pointing to the Safina. So when you combine this will be ahaloha, its pupil. It's a dhamma here, pesh, ahaloha. But this is coming as a maf'ul of tughriqa. You may drown its pupil. So maf'ul changes into the nasab or with the fataha object. Ahlaha. So that's the word. لِتُغْرِقَ أَهْلَهَا, so that you may be able or you might drown its people, mean the people who are on the boat, on the ship. Then, so this is the fact. And then it says, Musa alayhi salam's analysis that he is going to drown, he is causing these people to drown. Then he makes a comment about the action that he did, Khidr did, by saying, لَقَدْ جِئْتَ شَيْئًا إِمْرًا. So this is a comment coming out of Musa alayhi salam about the activity that Khidr has done. What is he saying? لَقَدْ. Lam is a taqeed, and qad also brings the emphasis in the statement about something past. The other word is jim and hamza. This means to come or to bring or to do. There are many meanings, so let's just to do. Fa'alta is the grammar, you did. And when we make the grammar by putting a ta at the end and we don't use this thing, ya, it becomes ji'ita. Ji'ita means you have done or you have brought. Ji'ita. Ta is for the second person, you did. So the meaning of ji'ita is you have done or you did something. So Khidr, Musa alayhi salam is saying to Khidr, indeed you have done something. You have brought something. You have done. What have you done? Shay'un is a word. The full word is with the two dhammas. Actually it is written this way more. Shay'un means thing. A thing. Okay. Now this is coming again as a maf'ul of done. You have done. Ji'ita. So two dhammas will change into two fatahas in the nasab state, which is, and then it is written at this way. Shay'an. When you put change two dhammas to two fatahas, you add an extra alif. So shay'an means thing. You have done a thing, or you have brought a thing. What have you done? The root letters for the next word are the same that we use for amrun. When we make the word amr with a dhamma on alif, that means a command, an order. But when you make the word by putting a kasra, instead of it is im. So the word is imrun. Imrun means something very big, something grave, something awful. Imrun. Okay. And because it's a sangil maf'ul, it's coming as a, so we change two dhammas to two fatas. That's just because of the maf'ul, and we put an extra alif. So imra, when you stop, you say pronounce imra, but the word is imran. Imran, something awful, something grave, something very big. So Musa alayhi salam said to Khidr, you have brought something, you have done here to this boat, something which is very serious, something very awful, that you plan to drown the people of this boat. So Khidr replied now by saying the next ayat, Qala alam aqul innaka lan tastati'a ma'iya sabra. Except for the first three words in one of the previous ayat, Khidr has said the same thing. He said to him in one of the previous ayats, when Musa alayhi salam said to him, can I accompany you? He said, you will not be able to have patience with me. So he is repeating the same word, lan tastati'a ma'iya sabra. You will never be able to have patience with me. The beginning of the ayat says qala. Again, qala is a reply of Khidr. Qala is saying, he said, I want to explain the next two words here. Qaf waw lam means to say. Okay. And if I put an alif in the beginning, using the grammar of I do, af'alu, so this becomes aqulu. Aqulu means I say. Okay, so we'll start from this one. Aqulu means I say. Taqulu means you say. Yaqulu means he says. But with the alif in the beginning, I say. Then we put lam. Lam does couple things. Lam will make it not, and it will pull this in the past tense. So the meaning will be I did not say. I say, and lam and past will make I did not say. Number one. The third thing that this lam does is changes this last letter to a jazm or a sukoon in the state of jar, jazm. Now the problem is that you have two letters, waw that has a sukoon or jazm and lam has a sukoon or jazm. You cannot pronounce these two letters. So in order to do that, we just throw away this waw. So what is left is aqul. That's the word in the Quran. Lam aqul. I did not say. But there is an alif in the beginning, which is the question mark. So the meaning of this will be alam aqul, did I not say? So Khidr is reminding Musa alayhi salam that before we started the journey, did I not say something to you? Had I not? Innaka means indeed you. So he's saying, had I not said to you, or did I not say to you? Instead of replying to him that why did he make a hole in the boat, he's telling Musa alayhi salam, did I not say to you something? And what was that? He is repeating the words that he had said previous. Lan tastati'a ma'iya sabrai. These tastati'a is from istita'at. Istita'at means to be able to do something. Maya with me, sabran, patience. Lan means never. That you will never be able to have any patience with me. So we have done the detailed breakdown of this in the previous class. So now Musa alayhi salam realized that he should not have questioned him. So now he is speaking in the next ayat, number 73. He is saying, Qala. Qala here is again Musa alayhi salam. The important thing is that without knowing the context, we may not be able to understand who is Qala here. Qala is just repeating. Both persons are being addressed as Qala, 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 but who is Qala at particular moment? So he is replying. Musa alayhi salam now is speaking after he heard Khidr saying that you will not be able to have patience with me. What is he saying? La tu'akhizni. This word we mostly know the word, but la means not first. It makes it negative. Okay. And the root letters are alif, kha, and zal, akhaza. And there are many words that come from that, akhs karna and fa'ala. But we are going to make this time a word by putting an alif between the first and the second word. Fa'ala. This is bab number 3. So this becomes akhaza. Now, I want to remind some people who know Urdu, there is the word mawakhiza. Mawakhiza is to question someone, to make someone accountable. This is what commonly used in especially in the law of the court. Mawakhiza, or to question someone, to make someone accountable, to blame someone. So that is the word mawakhiza, which is actually made from these 4 letters because it has an extra alif in it. Okay. Now, the word here, by putting a ta in the beginning, brings the grammar of second person you. Okay. Now, if you recall, la taf'al. La taf'al means don't do. That's a nahi. If you want to tell someone don't do, the rule or the verb and the grammar for that is la. You put a la in the beginning, and you put a ta in the. So let me write down so it will become easy to comprehend that. Fa'ala means to do. If you are telling someone don't do, so you are doing two things. You are issuing a command to the person, and you are saying negative, don't do. How do we make don't do? That's the standard rule. We put a la in the beginning, then we put a ta in the beginning. Ta is for second person you. Then we combine these three letters, and on the last letter we put a sukoon here. So la taf'al is a standard nahi, amr and nahi. Amr is you're telling someone to do. Nahi is you're forbidding someone. So rule for that is, this is standard grammar for that. You add a la in the beginning, and you add a ta in the beginning for second person, and you put a jazm, it's a command. La taf'al, don't do. Okay, these are three letters. But in our case of akhaza, there are four letters. The only thing changes in that is that harakat changes there. If you have a four letters, then you make the first one as a dhamma and third one as a kasra. Okay, so that's the only difference takes place. So if I use this template, this will become la to akhaza. First of all, we made these alif, kha and zal. Akhaza. Akhaza means to blame, for example. Two alifs are written by one hamza and one alif, and this way. Akhaza. Okay. Akhaza, to blame someone, to make someone accountable. So if we use this one and apply the template of la taf'al, don't do, it will be la tu'akhiz, don't blame. Okay, so la tu'akhiz, okay, don't blame. If you combine them, that will be ta will combine with the kha, so it will be same as. And waw is just a chair, it is sitting there. We don't use this for speaking or anything, so hamza doesn't fall down. It's just a script. So la tu'akhiz. La tu'akhiz means don't blame. Then you put a ya, don't blame me. And then we have been doing, we put a noon wiqaya, noon of a separation. So the full word la tu'akhizni, do not blame me, don't make me accountable. Why? Musa alayhi salam said that please don't do that. Why? Because I forgot. Bima nasitu. Yes, you told me that I will not have patience with you, but I forgot. Bima, for that, or because, however you want to translate. But noon, sin and ya, nasiya. Nasiya means to forget. Okay, and then if you put the grammar of ta at the end, fa'altu, I did. So this is a grammar of I and the past tense. So nasito, I forgot. He says, don't blame me because I forgot. Okay, then he further says, wala turhiqni min amri usra. Wala turhiqni. Again, rahaqa are the root letters. Rahaqa means to make something difficult, to make something hard. Again, exactly the same grammar of la tuf'al. La tuf'il. So if I do that, la, put in the beginning, la and Ta with a dhamma. Turhiq. This is don't make hard. La tuf'il, la turhiq. Do not make it difficult. Ya for me, and again a noon of separation, noon of viqaya. So if you read all this together, Waw means and, wala turhiqni, and do not make difficult for me. So he's saying, la tuakhizni, do not blame me because I forgot. Wala turhiqni, and do not make it hard, difficult for me or upon me. And then other words are very simple. Amrun means amrun means affair or matter. Okay, or one of the meanings is amrun. Then you add ya, so it will become amri, matter of mine or my matter. It's mudaf mudaf, so one dhamma goes away. Okay, dhamma is there, but min is a harf jar. Harf jar will change this dhamma page to a kasra. So it will become min amri, in my matter. What is my matter? I want to journey with you. I want to learn something from you. So please don't make it hard for me because I forgot. Actually, the word usra is difficult. Ain, sin, and ra is to make something difficult. Usurun is the noun. Usurun means difficult. Okay. Usurun with two pesh at two dhammas at the end is something which is hard, something which is difficult. It's coming as a maful of amri, so this will change to two fathas, and when you do that you put an alif, extra alif, and when you stop you pronounce usra. Okay, so min amri usra, la turhiqni, do not make it hard, min amri, in my matter, in my affair which I am having with traveling with you, usra, any difficulty, don't make it difficult for me. So this time again, Khidr did not say anything. But Quran says, Fantalaqa, same words. Then they both continued, proceeded on their journey. Hatta iza, until when? Until when, what happened? Lam, Qaf, and Ya are the root letters. Okay. The meaning is to meet, and the word mulaqat is from the same root letters. Mulaqat is meeting, so laqiya means to meet. Okay. When you put three fathas, it becomes the grammar of third person. He met. Laqiya. Laqiya means he, third person, met. Now if there are two people, all you do is just add an extra alif. It's the grammar of two people. And that's the word. Laqiya, they both met. Khidr and Musa. Who did they meet? The word is ghulamun. Ghulamun means a child in this case. There are many meanings of a ghulamun, but here from the context there was a small child, ghulamun. Because ghulamun is coming as a maful of meeting or laqiya, maful will become two fathas, and then you add an extra alif there. So this is the word in the Quran, ghulaman. They both met a child. What happened after that? Okay, the Quran says one word, faqatalahu. Simple word, fa means then or so. Qaf, ta, lam means to kill, and when three fathas, qatala, he killed. Who means him, and him is pointing to child, Ghulam. So qatala, he killed, he is pointing to again Khidr. Faqatalahu, so Khidr killed him, the child. Then all of a sudden Musa alayhi salam spoke again with the same sort of statement, by saying qala aqatalta. This time qatala are the root letters, qaf, ta and lam, and if you put a ta, this becomes the grammar of you did. Ta is the grammar of you and past tense. So you and qatalta, you killed. Musa alayhi salam saying you killed, but then there is an alif in the beginning, a question mark or a statement of surprise. He's saying, did you kill? Have you killed? What have you killed? The word is nafsun. Nafsun means a being, a person. Okay. Nafsun is a person, but it is coming as a maf'ul of aqatalta. So again, rule is that same, that you change two fathas and put an extra alif. So it becomes nafsan. He's saying, have you killed a human, a being, a person, a soul? Now he further is saying that that being that you killed is zakiya. What is zakiya? Zakiya means zal kaf means to purify something. Okay. And zakiyatun is someone who is pure. Zakiyatun, chud, pesh and ta marbuta at the end, because it's a feminine word. Zakiyatun. Okay. Zakiyatun is a, so why zakiyatun is used? Because it's coming with nafs. Nafs is a feminine word. Nafs is a feminine word. So feminine being, nafs doesn't mean that it is as a female. It's the word itself is a feminine. And for that feminine word, the word zakiyatun, which is a feminine word, is being a pure person, a pure soul, or innocent person. A child is an innocent person, so you can call him a zakiyatun nafs. Okay. Now, so again, it is coming as a sifat or adjective of nafsun. So nafsun becomes nafsan. So zakiyatun will become zakiyatan. They have to follow. So the word is zakiyatan with the sound of noon, but the next word has B in it, bi ghairi. So when B comes after the noon, the sound of the noon changes into sound of meme. So that's the reason there is a small meme there on the zakiyatam, because of this B. But the meaning is still same, a pure innocent person, a child in this case. He's saying, you have you killed an innocent person بغير نفس. Okay, so B means harf jar, but the word is ghairun. Ghairun means other, and nafsun is the nafs, another word for the person. So when it comes in this format, what does it mean? Ghairu nafs, without a person being killed. You killed a person bighairi nafsin, but without he killed a person. Okay, so the explanation will be, without him killing a person, you killed him. You can only kill a person as a payment or punishment if that person has killed someone else. But he's saying bighairi nafsin, without that person, without that child killing anyone, you have killed him without as a punishment for him. So the word is ghairun and nafsun. First of all, you make mudaf ilayh. So this will become ghairu, this will become nafsin, and B is a harf jar. Harf jar will bring to kasra. So this is the word in the Quran, bi ghairi nafsin, without him killing another soul. Then he makes his own comment. First of all, he questions him, and then he makes another comment, which is actually harder than the previous comment he made. لَقَدْ جِئْتَ شَيْئًا. Same words he did in the first time when he was thinking that boat is going to be drowned, and he used the word imra after that, which was something awful. But this time he is using the word nukra. Nukra is from noon, kaf, and ra. Okay, there are many meanings that we know. Inkar or nakir is something to make it opposite or negative. When you make the word nukur with a dhamma here, it becomes harder word. Nukurun, something which is horrible, something which is very, very wrong. Nukurun, okay, that's the word in the Quran. When it is coming as a maful of ji'ta, it will become two fathas, nukuran, and we add an alif. When we stop, we pronounce nukura. So he's saying, laqad ji'ta shay'an nukra, you actually have done something very horrible, very wrong, very terrible thing now this time. Because in the previous case, the boat was still at the shore and people got off, so no one was hurt. But in this case, a person has already been killed. So this is worse than previous case. So he's using even a harsher word for him, which is nukran, which is translated as horrible thing. Other one is awful, something which is bad, but no harm was done at that time. Because in the first case, as soon as people realized that boat was not being able to sail anymore, they got off. Okay, but here the damage is already done, which is a child has already been killed. So this was the statement of Musa alayhi salam to Khidr. And then we will continue with the third case. But in that third case, there were certain conditions set, and those conditions were not met. So that brought to the end of their journey and disconnection between Khidr and Musa alayhi salam. So inshallah we'll stop here. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq to understand the Quran and take the lesson and learn from the verses of the Quran what is being said here. So Sadaqallahul Azim. So inshallah.